Hello, everyone. Welcome back to some Bridge on BBO. This is not one of the free daily, day-long tournaments that BBO offers, but it's also not that big a deal either. I'm not. This isn't like the monthly Stars and Platinum either. The Bridge subreddit is, I have to say, not one of the most popular places to talk about Bridge, but you know, I'm an old timey redditor. I hang out on r/bridge instead of like on Bridge Winners where all the cool Bridge players hang out. And one of the people there has started organizing a, you know, not subscription membership. I don't know, like invitational. Let's say event called the Reddit Weekly, where it's a day-long tournament that refreshes every week. And I played in it last week. Did fine. Nothing special. And so I'm going to play in it this week, but I thought, why not record it? See if anybody wants to. I don't know. The regular viewers of the channel, there aren't that many of you who watch Bridge, but I'll advertise this in the Discord and maybe on the actual Reddit as well. I don't know. It's nice though that like it's not complete randoms playing in this event. I don't know that the quality of the average player on r/bridge is that much higher than the average quality of a BBO player, but it can't be lower, right? You would think? Anyone enthusiastic enough to actually talk about Bridge? And I know there are at least some solid players. Anyway, so there are like 60 people have played at least one board in this event so far. I'm recording this on Thursday, but the video won't go out until Tuesday because I don't want to... because that's how long the event runs for, and I don't want to accidentally, spoil people, let them see the hands before they play them, and so on. So, anyway, that's the rundown. Is this 8 boards, I think, or 10? 8. Yeah, just 8 boards. And I didn't pay to play this or anything. I don't know if Kevin paid to set it up. Not Kevin, Chris. I think. Okay, anyway. Chris, right? Anyway, so this is a 13 points balanced. Seems like an easy diamond. I don't know why you would do anything else. I guess you could psych one no trump to preempt the majors if you wanted. Don't see a good reason for that. Here, you could try 2-no, right? You have a spade stop if West leads the suit. But if West leads something else, the spades are going to come through you eventually, and I think I'd rather just go plus in 3 diamonds. One spade, 3 spades from West, huh? That's quite a powerful sequence. West should have a real hand. But North also has a good hand, right? Like, not an opening, but 2 spades shows almost an opening. I have like 13. Partner has, let's say, 10. It's 23. West can have at most 17, and you need 17 to bid like this, or close to it. So we can say that East is broke, more or less. Does that help me decide whether to compete, double, or just pass? I do think I will probably go down quite a lot in 3 no trump. And in 4 diamonds, I probably won't make it. But is 3 spades going down? I mean, we have more high card points than West does, right? But a lot of those are wasted values in diamonds, and we know the king of spades is onside. Although West can't necessarily get to dummy to lead through it, so we could hope to beat 3 spades. But I think, partner's 2 spades shows at least 4 diamonds, probably more. I mean, I don't know about probably. Often 5, but like partner probably doesn't have 4 hearts, right? Or you would double here. Which means the opponents have a 4, well, they have an 8-card heart fit as well as whatever's going on in spades. It's possible partner didn't double even though he has 4 hearts because he has like a great diamond fit and wanted to get that across. But I think Gib would usually show 4 hearts if he had them. I don't think I necessarily would. Depends on the hand. I think Gib would, probably. I hate it, but I think 3 spades is probably gonna make. I'm gonna bid 4 diamonds. I think at a table with humans, this would be a much riskier choice because I would get doubled a lot of the time. But here, I'm just willing to go minus 50 or whatever. So it turns out 3 spades is in jeopardy, although, you know, we take 2 spades, a heart, probably only 1 diamond, maybe none. So, I don't know. Like, they might manage to wrap up, what, 4 spades, 3 hearts, 2 clubs? That would be 9 tricks. Yeah, could happen. I don't think there's any need to unblock the suit here and let them know what's going on. I don't want... I don't know. I don't know what West could do that would scare me, but... Okay. I'm glad he led spade, by the way, because now we can pitch a heart. The spade at trick 1 is what gave me that. The second spade didn't really matter. In fact, could we make this? I didn't think that was possible when I bid it, but it looks like we're going to, right? Unless diamonds are 4-0, I can pitch 1 heart on a spade, lose the ace queen of clubs, win the 10 or something, and then rough the last one. So what do I do if diamonds are 4-0? I think I just cry a little. Okay, so we're fine. We might be even better than fine, depending. All right, if yeah, a miracle occurs and East has the queen of clubs, maybe we could lose only 1 club and make 5? Wow. I can't claim, I guess, because they're going to make me repeat the finesse. East's pitch also seems like an error. Holding queen 9x if you'd hung on to all of them. You would have gotten a club trick. Weird. So yeah, making 5 was not on my radar during the auction, as you know, since I was explaining to you what I was thinking. But they lose 1, 2, 3, 4 tricks? Yeah, they were going to make 3 spades, and we made 4 diamonds instead. 5 diamonds. Well, 4 making 5. And did well, I guess, to compete. It is true, right, that East's club pitch cost them a trick? That wasn't just an illusion? No. Well, right. Because I could have finessed East for the 9. But if East just plays a heart here, I'm going to play a low club to the jack. I don't know. Maybe it would be better to run the 10 and then you could finesse East for the 9 if you wanted. That probably would be best. But it would be something I might get right or might get wrong, whereas East pitching a club just gives me no chance to go wrong. The kind of error the robots make all the time. I don't think it's realistic to think that you need all 4 of your hearts, but of course that's not how the robots think. This is a balanced 20 count, so we have an easy 2 no trump opening. This is just a play, right? Yep. Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing your Heartstopper, partner. Too small. Very funny. Luckily, they didn't even lead hearts. So we have all the time in the world to mess around with diamonds or clubs. But not both. What does West's overcall tell me about his minor suits, I wonder? Like, If I believe West should be strongish in the minor suits, I should lead diamonds up to dummy. If I believe West should be weakest in the minor suits, I should be inclined to instead lead clubs towards my hand. Ideally, I would have time to do both, but I probably won't. They'll switch to hearts. I suppose one point is that if West has 7 hearts, which is possible, allegedly West guarantees 7 hearts, but I'm not going to put too much faith in that, then I could attack clubs first, removing West's possible entries, and attack diamonds after that, which I can only lose to East, who will not have any hearts to lead. But, like, if West had 7 hearts, wouldn't he be leading the suit? Maybe he has, like, Queen 10, 8, 7th, and didn't want to give away a trick there. So we already know the diamond suit is not very good. I think the possibility that that might work out, combined with my belief that West is less likely to have minor suit cards than East is, means that I should play clubs first. And if I get very lucky in clubs, or I'm feeling brave, then I'll have time to attack diamonds. I don't have that many entries to dummy, though, to lead clubs. So I can, like, rise Ace of Spades, and then play a club to the 10. Maybe I can use the 8 of clubs. No, you can't use the 8 of clubs as an entry to lead clubs, you silly goose. But I don't want to use the Ace of Diamonds as an entry to do that, because I want to preserve the possibility to get extra tricks from diamonds. So I only get to lead clubs once, really, if I attack them first. And then after that, I have to bang down 2 more clubs to set the suit up, hopefully. And if the suit is 4-1, that won't set anything up, but I can then just stop attacking clubs and that'll be fine. Yeah, I think Ace of Spades, club to the 10 probably is right. You could play low to the 7, I guess. Play East for King Jack 9. But I don't have enough entries to really take advantage of that. And I think low to the Queen is wrong, but I'm not totally sure. I guess, like, the advantage of low to the 10 is if East has King and Jack, I get more tricks. I don't know. I'll just play low to the 10. Who knows? 7 would have been better. But not much better. In fact, it maybe doesn't matter because I can pitch my last club on the 4th diamond. You guys are goofballs, you know that? Okay. Now I'm starting to wonder about strip squeeze possibilities. Because they're making it difficult for me to score the 4th diamond. But assuming East has at least 1 diamond on her, which I think is fair, he'll eventually be... Well, maybe... Sure. The problem is, what do I do if I lead a diamond and West plays low? It's very easy. I play low. What do I do if West plays the king or the queen? The ace would be my last entry to dummy. And then I'd have trouble forcing out the king or the queen to score dummy's 4th diamond. Whereas if I ducked the diamond... wouldn't I then be in a position to win the return, cash all the majors? Let's say I duck diamond, king, duck, heart. Then I'll have 4 minor suit cards left after cashing the majors. East will have to keep king, jack, 9 of clubs, which means only 1 diamond. So, and of course, only 1 diamond would be a problem as well. So East can only keep 2 clubs. Which, yeah, so I think I lead this, and if West plays an honor, I duck. If West wins this and returns a diamond, I'll be pretty surprised. But if he doesn't, I think we're fine. Yeah. So hearts first. So West had 3 spades, no clubs, 7 hearts at most. Doesn't that mean West has at least 3 diamonds? 7, 0, 3, yeah. So this strip squeeze isn't going to be necessary. The diamonds are just 3, 3? And West has both honors? It's a little bit surprising. All right, well, that's not the layout I expected, but it's also one that works and where ducking the diamond is important. I'm glad I thought that through ahead of time. I didn't expect the jack to win, but it makes sense given this holding. Okay, good. And so, right, this is a layout where low to the 7 of clubs would have worked, but it wasn't necessary. So that's another reason not to do it, I suppose. Definitely not a good enough hand to keep bidding here. I'm glad they didn't compete. Probably fine to play the king here. You know, probably East just wins the ace, but every so often, you know, people do underlead an ace, and I just don't see anything good happening when I duck, right? Well, what good could happen if I ducked? If East had ace queen tight, that would be nice. He would have to play the queen. I also kind of want to make the opponents continue leading clubs so that they can't switch to diamonds so easily. I think there's some merit in ducking here. And going up with the king is so unlikely to succeed that I'm not too worried about it. Of course. Of course. Now I have to guess. I don't think you would do this holding the king usually, right? So let's hope West has the jack instead. No. But let's see. I guess I may as well unblock here in case I want the 6 to be an entry. Now, if I guess the jack's already an entry, so no real reason. If the hearts had split, I could try ducking a diamond, and if East wins, he's a little bit end played. But they didn't. I think you just play a spade to the king and see what happens. Okay. I mean, East is still end played because he doesn't have any hearts to exit with, right? So he has to lead a black suit or a diamond for me, both of which I appreciate. Okay. That's good, because I think the right way to play the spade suit is low to the king and then low to the 10. So I would be getting this finesse wrong if East had not been forced to lead it for me. Okay, now there's no excuse not to play the king, but as expected. Right, because this is a lot. This is the same as like Ace King Jack fifth, except that you're losing one trick that you would win in that layout, and then 8 ever 9 never applies. You lead low to the Jack, obviously, and the same is true here. But you improve your odds a little bit by leading up to the king the first time, because if West has like Ace X or stiff, well, yeah. If West has a short ace, you give yourself the chance of not needing to know where the Jack is. But low to the king, low to the queen is wrong. Even though on this layout, that's the only thing you can do that works. Well, I guess just laying down the king-queen would also work. But this is not the layout you're supposed to cater to. The other layouts where low to the king, low to the 10 works are more common. Kind of surprised only a 51 here. Everyone is doing this well? I didn't get anything wrong. And you could have gotten something wrong, so I'm surprised this didn't do a little bit better. I didn't do anything genius, but it was nice to get the spades right when I was going to get them wrong if I hadn't had a chance to end play East. Anyway, 13. We will bid a spade. So partner has a minimum. I mean, I think you have to bid 3 hearts here. I don't know what Gibbs going to think that means, though. Okay, he does think it's a heart raise. That's nice to know. A diamond raise. Double should be takeout, but I don't really... Yeah, Gib doesn't know what it means, and I don't really have that hand anyway. Just 3 hearts. Okay. Trusting Gibbs' judgment has never gone wrong before. 11, 13, we have 24 points. West passed, but then overcalled. So he doesn't have 12. He has at most, let's say, 11. And to overcall at the 2-level in the sandwich position is somewhat dangerous. You really shouldn't have less than, like, a good 10, especially with such a garbage suit. I mean, I almost want to say there's no hand that can bid this way. It's so dangerous to come in here and your suit blows. So what does that tell me about West's hand? Also the 2 of hearts. I think this is one of those cases where West... One of the reasons the bots sometimes don't preempt when they otherwise have a hand that's suitable is if they have a 4-card side major, they don't like to do it. So it's possible West is like 4-6, 1-2 or something. This diamond suit is a perfect follow-on to the lesson of the previous hand. It's exactly the same thing, but with 1 extra card, so load the king, load the queen is the right way to play the suit this time. Funny. So suppose I got the diamonds right. I could win 4 tricks there, plus 2 tricks in each of hearts and clubs. That would be 9. It would be nice to go plus here. If I get the diamonds wrong and I have to lose 2 tricks there, I'm in a lot of trouble. Also, 8 ever, 9 never, when West has overcalled, is probably actually wrong. I should, yeah. The 8 ever, 9 never mnemonic / heuristic is when you don't know anything about the opposing layout. And it's just a very slight improvement to play for the drop versus finessing when you have 9. And so if you have any information about the layout that could nudge you in a different direction, you should generally ignore 9 never. And here we know West has at least 5 hearts. I think you should have 6 or 7, frankly. But we'll say 5 because give is bad. Which means East has at most 3 hearts. And that by itself is enough to tip the scales about whether you should finesse the jack or not. It goes from being 52% for the drop to being, I think, 52% to finesse. So still very close. But that's all the information I have to work with at the moment. So I'll play low to the king first. I don't have to make a decision. Great. Is it my birthday? A club? What? Okay, so maybe West has 7 hearts. Okay. But, okay, they can't see the north hand, right? So low through the ace could make sense. North is declaring, not south. Okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'd play low here. It's not like the entries are so difficult that I should play the ace and then finesse. I don't have any reason really to believe West has the queen. And I don't care about my entries that much. Yeah. So I think I can afford to unblock in clubs before I decide whether to attack clubs again or go after spades for my over tricks. But I can't necessarily afford to cash the king. Yeah, I think East has queen 4th. Okay, and finessing, which is what I was going to do, is what would have worked, so that's nice. Okay, so we've got a pretty clear picture of the hand right now, I think. West appears to have 7 hearts. One diamond and 2 clubs. Well, that would give East 3 spades, so why not open 3 hearts in that case? So maybe West doesn't have 7 hearts. East just ran out of faith in his partner and switched to a club. Okay. I guess one question to ask is, do I risk anything by cashing the king of clubs? I don't think so. Because if I just cash the diamonds and attack spades here, if the finesse works, then I'm losing a club and a spade. Whereas if the finesse fails, I'm losing a club and 2 spades. And that's the same thing that'll happen if I cash the king of clubs first. And just concede a club when it turns out they're 4-2. Yeah, I don't think there's any advantage to attacking spades. Oh, especially because I don't have a re-entry to the south hand? Yeah. Attacking spades is crazy. They might have to give me a re-entry in spades, but I don't think so. At any rate, I'll get to take... Yeah. So let's just play on clubs here. There's still a club out there, right? The 9? I'm not crazy? I mean, I'm attacking clubs anyway, but I'm pretty sure there's a club stopper. Yeah. a spade, of course, so decision point. I'm pretty sure West has the ace. Right? You've turned up with nothing in diamonds, a singleton. 2 small clubs, or the 10, I think. Your hearts are at most queen jack. If you don't have the ace of spades, you should get your head examined. So let's try the jack. Okay, you had both. So I think that's the best I could have done on this hand. Yeah, West did have 7, but why? Why pass and then 2 hearts? I mean, it is a very good 3-card spade suit. I could understand, you don't want to preempt if your partner has a good hand with spades, I suppose. Maybe West thinks this heart suit is too weak, but for 3 hearts, but it's good enough to overcall in the sandwich position. I don't know if such a heart suit exists. 80 is kind of a shocker. What did I do right on this hand? I mean, I didn't do anything wrong, but I just did normal stuff. I guess maybe 3 hearts is not occurring to the average BBOer / our bridge member, maybe. This is a good hand. I will bid a heart and see what develops. That's not what I expected. 2 clubs. Well, that has sort of dampened my enthusiasm, hasn't it? Where the hell are the spades? I don't think I want to declare anymore. Like, I have 5 club losers. Yeah, okay, I guess you can have it. Not where I thought this hand was going. The 3 of hearts, huh? So one of these guys, no, partner has a singleton, right? Yeah. Partner has a singleton. Problem is, I think partner also has a singleton trump. What? Maybe a trump void. I was first seat, right? No, third seat. What kind of psychotic hand does partner have? Stiff club, stiff heart. Couldn't even find a takeout double after a heart, 2 clubs? Okay, let's count high card points a little. I have 14. East has 9. That's 23. West bid 2 clubs. There's 17 points between the 2 closed hands. So weird. I mean, the obvious line is Ace of Hearts, Heart Ruff. But what's going on? That is, I'm pretty sure that is what I will do. I can't really imagine doing it. You could try a low heart, I guess, but that's crazy, I think. Ace and low is better. Like, low heart could make more sense if, like, maybe I could give partner a ruff. Maybe I could just never win the Ace of Hearts, right? Cross to partner twice with heart ruffs to get 2 spade ruffs. But that's obviously never happening, because partner doesn't have 2 clubs. Is it possible that I lead the ace and West ruffs? Why did partner lead low from Jack 10x? It doesn't make sense. So I think partner has a singleton and another singleton. And just an awful 6-5. Or something like that. question, what suit do I want partner to come back to me in? I think spades. I don't think partner even understands about suit preference returns. Is there a better word for those? I forget what they're called. Suit preference, yeah. I don't think partner understands about those. I should play the 9 and ask for a spade ruff. I have a lot of spades, clubs, but it's not like we're tapping out Declare, right? I don't have a source of tricks. And I don't need a diamond return because I'll get one. The diamonds are coming anyway. Yeah. So suppose I play 9 of hearts, ruff, spade ruff. What am I doing next? I guess a club? Feels bad to like lead away from my king and give Declare an entry to the dummy, but I'll still have the king later, right? I'll be down to king X once dummy is void of clubs. Okay. Yeah, partner did have a club. Oh, the queen, huh? I think I'm still supposed to ruff. The problem is it might just be a loser that I'm ruffing. You want to declare as losers. If partner has like queen jack 10 fifth or something. So we know partner is 6-5 or maybe like 7-4. I don't love roughing this. But I might not get a second trump trick if I don't. I think I will. And partner probably gets a spade this way. Queen and jack, no fear at all. Or I guess just admitting that I'm going to roast you now? I pitched the wrong thing, apparently. I should have pitched a diamond? I didn't realize Declare was just going to, like, blatantly give up trump control on purpose. And that my hearts would be winners. Sorry, partner. Should have beaten it another, I guess. 7-4. Well, not roughing the club, the spade, was right, I think. But I needed to pitch a diamond. Says it's fine. And Declare needed to not draw trump at all, given that I had 5. Yeah, and once you did, I guess play whatever you want, apparently. 95. Everybody fell in love with their hands, but I really think, yeah, it's a great hand, but if you get the chance to defend clubs on this auction, I think that's a lot better than pushing in hearts. Your fantastic hand has been reduced to rubble by a single overcall from West. This is a pretty good hand. I mean, it's a scattered 12 count, but it has 6 spades. I think you have to bid 3 spades here. I don't know. I said it's a good hand. It's kind of a bad hand, but I don't think you can pass. A lot of the time, partner will raise this and then we'll go down. Sad. But I don't think you can just pass and wait for... Could you? What if... Okay, hang on. Maybe you could, because we know partner is short in clubs. Unless he has 3 and West is void. Then partner has at most 2. And if partner has 3 and West is void, we probably should just be passing and defending a sad 3 clubs for East. So maybe you actually do pass this, because if partner has a terrible hand, like, maybe just defending 3 clubs is fine. And if he has a good enough hand to make a move, he'll probably double, and then I can just bid 4 spades. Whereas if I bid 3 spades and partner has, like, a 7 count with 3 spades, he'll probably feel like he has to raise, and I don't really want that. I think I'm going to try a pass here. This is an experiment. 3 hearts. Okay. Well, now I think I can just bid 4 hearts. I don't think you should really be balancing on a 4-card suit here. Sometimes balancing with a 4-card suit makes sense, but not at the 3 level, I don't think. And my diamond shortness should be useful in hearts. It's possible spades is a better contract, but I'll go along with this hearts idea. Yeah. I think this worked out a lot better than overcalling would have. So we have a spade loser and a heart loser. I could try to ruff a bunch of diamonds, but I think that is a bad idea. What I want to do is just lead the jack of diamonds. West probably has the king, and then, okay, fine, he'll cover it, I'll win the ace and try to ruff a diamond or 2. But if West plays low, I'm happy to just run the jack, and if East has the king, you know, good for you. But now I only have 1 diamond loser to ruff. I think maybe the main concern remaining in the hand is how do I avoid a spade ruff? Like, that's something I don't think I care though. I'm planning to lose a spade anyway, right? So just win this, run the jack of diamonds. As I said, I expected West to have it, but if East wins, I don't really care that much. Yeah, rough low. Can I afford to play any more trumps first? I don't think so. Well, okay, so the problem is I don't want to go diamond, small, rough, king of hearts, ace, another diamond, which East roughs with the 10, right? That's what I need to avoid. So I could try leading the queen of hearts here first. I think that's a good idea. Let's lead 1 round of trump. Sure. But the 10 was played, so I can just win the 9, ruff high. Yeah. And no need to risk cashing the ace of spades here. Let's just cross with a ruff, cash, or draw, I guess you should say. And then I have a probable spade loser, but who knows, maybe the king drops. No dice. I think we should be crushing the field on this board, if I had to guess. Because 4 spades gets roasted. Right? I mean, double dummy anyway. Maybe in practice they lead a club and you do all right. Yeah. But if West leads Ace of Hearts, Heart Rough. Well, maybe that's fine, actually. You only have one spade loser. You've lost 2 hearts. You don't lose a club, and the diamonds should all be pitchable on your hearts. No, because North has the hearts and the diamonds. Yeah, but right. Wait. Ace of Hearts, Heart Rough. Club? Spade. Yeah, you have some club losers that are not so easy to rough in the North hand. Ace of Hearts, Heart Rough. No, East can't play a diamond. If West could play a diamond after giving East a Heart Rough, that would make things difficult for you, I think. Yeah, I think 4 spades should make, even on Ace of Hearts, Heart Rough. Let's see if the computer agrees. I could have made 5. Oh. Right, because I could have gotten the diamonds right. Ace, rough, rough, and now the queen is a winner. Sure. So Ace of Hearts. No, I'm in the wrong contract. No, I'm not. South, okay, yeah. Ace of Hearts, Heart Rough. Yeah, and East just has to not lead a diamond, let's say a club. And they just can't stop you from enjoying dummies' hearts eventually, I guess. Oh, probably should have unblocked the king, but I guess even then it doesn't matter. Alright, so I'm a little surprised in that case that this did so well. Maybe partner gets carried away if we bid 3 spades and we actually end up in 5 of something? I don't know. Anyway, 13 balanced. You have to open a spade here, but the suit stinks. I can't find any excuse to open a minor suit. I think we just disrespect partner by passing here, right? I mean, if partner had a balanced limit raise, would I want to be in a game? Probably not. And that's about the strongest hand he can have to bid 1 no. Yeah, let's just... I mean, we might be missing out on a spade contract. Like maybe partner bids 3 spades and we make 3, but 1 no only makes 1. That's the worst that can happen passing here. Yeah, wow, 12! Huh. Well, 4 spades is pretty good here. But it certainly could go down. Anyway, in the contract I'm actually in, I'm very happy to get a club lead, and I just lead spades and hope for the best. If East wins and they play some diamonds, well, I'll still have to risk the second round spade finesse. But it will be a little bit worrying. Yep. You had the king and the ace, but you let a club. That's shocking. Huh. Maybe East only had 3. That makes sense. That's a suit you're usually not so excited to lead out. which would mean it's safe to finesse spades into East. Good, because that's what I'm planning to do anyway. Hey, claim the rest. Okay. Well, the 180 should score pretty badly, I would think. Yeah, East did have 3 diamonds. Although, maybe if partner bids 3 spades, maybe you're passing with the south hand? Alright, 30s could have been a lot worse. Last hand of the day, of the week. And it's an easy 1 spade opener. Drury. Sure. I'm not interested in game. Ooh, if I knew you had 4 clubs, maybe, and I was getting a diamond lead, then I would be more interested in game. Still might not make 4, but 4 is more likely than not, I believe, here. Am I short of... Oh, should I have played the queen? Because I need hand entries to lead clubs up multiple times, right? If I draw all the trump, I don't really have any more hand... Well... No, because I can lead a heart to the king, and then I'll eventually get to ruff a heart. I should have played the queen. Then I could afford to play 3 rounds of spades before attacking clubs. Now it's less clear. And that would be correct even if West had the king. Then it wouldn't matter, but it wouldn't cost me anything to play the queen, because I would only have a late entry with the ace anyway. If East has the king, I'm supposed to play the queen. Yeah, this was an error at trick 1. Club to the king now is not super dangerous, but a little dangerous. I guess you could play a couple spades first, right? Ace, king, and then a club up? Sure. Okay. I mean, not much of a challenge today, huh? I don't need to lead up the dummy anymore. So let's just play a heart to the king immediately. I'm starting to regret my pass of 2 spades. No, my bid of... This isn't the one where I passed 1 now. This is the one where I declined Drury. I mean, I think that was the right choice. Let's see. In the unlikely scenario that West has all of the remaining clubs, you need to finesse twice, but nobody's making that play. It's a very bad play. So it would be better to instead... Have I been counting hearts? I don't think anybody's pitched anything relevant. So they're still missing the queen, and they still have the queen and the jack. Okay, well. We'll play the squeeze here, not that it's going to do anything. What? I mean, okay, you know what? That is actually a good point, maybe. If West has Jack 9 fourth, he should play small, because putting in the 8 would be insane. But a robot might well split with the 9, and then you can actually take the second finesse safely. So I think that is way more likely than West having all the clubs and all the hearts. And so I should have played... Yeah. I should have just, at this point, led a club. And West might very well stick in the 9 here. I bet he wouldn't, though. Because for all he knows, his partner has a stiff 10 and putting in the 9 blows up the suit. Yeah. Yeah. So actually, there's no way West is ever putting in the 9 here. Because it could actually give away a trick, and playing low can't ever give away a trick. So given that, I think it was right to play the queen, just in case we get this same layout, but the 9 of diamonds and Jack of hearts are switched. Right, then West is actually squeezed. Okay, well, a bit of a bad finish, but a devilish result, as it were. 66.6. I mean, I'm sure, if I even just hit refresh, it's probably going to be different. No? Okay. But by the end of the week, when this video comes out, who knows what my result will be. It should be a good one, though. A lot of great boards here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and you know what? If you want to play in the Reddit Weekly, you can... I don't think I should... Should I link the Discord? I don't know. Maybe I'll ask Chris. But you can also check out reddit.com/r/bridge, and you should be able to find a post where you can get an invite if you're interested. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.